You're not scheduled. Usually it's yelling at me to go live because I'm into the orange yellow warning. Welcome everyone in. All right, wait for some folks to. I guess if we lead off with the big announcement, everyone that gets here in like a couple minutes will be like, "Wait, what? What just happened?"
Good
All right.
plan.
What is everyone watching on? Everyone who's joining us, Fiore. Hey, we do, Fiore. It's a big announcement day.
Hey, Fiore. Glad we got to hang out the other day. Everybody's gone. Just me and him.
He's been going on about that for like weeks now that he got to hang out with you. He's like, Brad's okay, but I got to hang out with Rachel.
And at the end of the day, that's all we care about.
Hanging out with Rachel.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You're like a shiny.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
Right?
Yeah, it was my pleasure, Fiore. You gave her such a great time that she hung out with me for like half an hour after that. It was awesome.
Oh, who was it? Wendy?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah. Wendy's. Yeah.
Wendy's cool,
so
man.
Great.
Wendy's cool. I don't know, Fiore. What Pokemon do you think Rachel is as a shiny? You know what? I can't get over how hotter I am as a result of this sunburn. And I was the one going on and on and on about sunscreen. Yeah. You know, I tried to.
Away.
Well, and Robert, did you get a Wendy shirt? Did you get one? They're amazing. I really need to. I don't know why I haven't ordered myself one. And I'm going to order all the good folks at Zova Marketing, who's our full-time marketing team. I'm going to order their whole office staff a Wendy shirts because Aaron can't get over how funny that is. Are you awake camp? Are you campfire, Amie?
I'm on the Discord, if that's what you mean.
Sweet. Do you come on Wednesdays? I feel like I don't see you in chat.
It's hard because I have kids at home, and I swear everyone likes to stream like right in the middle of bedtime, and so by the time I'm done with bedtime, it's either over or my ADHD made me completely forget. So that happens.
Wake camp's like 9 to midnight Central on Wednesday. I mean, he does other times, but
yeah. One of my friends is one of his moderators.
Oh, who?
Nicole Lauderdale.
Why does that name familiar?
She's around. I've known her for
a
couple years. No, she was at Anime NYC when we were there last time. Okay. She came over to the table.
Yes.
I feel like I know her.
Your mic is off, Autumn, just in case you're wondering.
But you can still hear me because I can hear
from across the room.
Oh, is that how?
But if I unmute, we're gonna get some nasty echo.
Are we? But isn't that the whole point of the microphone? Unmute for a second. Let's see how bad.
Hey. Oh, okay.
No, that's the whole reason I made everybody put on headsets.
Okay, we're good.
Autumn's like, oh, whoo, technology. It works.
Look, okay.
Listen.
That's
one of my
technology
favorites.
Is not.
Listen. Oh, it's aren't you the streamer?
I am. And it's bad.
How is the 41-year-old guy who doesn't believe in tech have to tell the young buck who's a streamer that you can unmute and it won't?
Well, listen.
The mics pick up a lot.
Yeah,
they do.
They're pretty like the whole room. Not really. Probably if we paid more money, we could get one.
I was gonna say for $20, $25. I don't think you get a was it single direction mic, which would not pick up from other directions. This is like a unilateral direction. Present mic.
So I gotcha.
Look at you, Robert. Okay. Fiore, are you in the theater, or is Black Widow available on Disney Plus?
I would think so.
Well, don't everyone jump in and answer that.
Do you want me to pull my Disney Plus out real quick? And
I mean, if unless someone in chat's going to save us, but I mean, I feel like
Speaking of mics picking up everything, I'm just wondering how much of the room the mic is picking up that I'm in. Because in true baby fashion, as soon as we went live, he's like just letting it loose down below.
oh, I haven't heard
my
any
hand,
parts.
my hand is
No.
vibrating like it's so much. I'm like, of course.
No.
Yeah, babies are great. They pick such great times. So,
Oh,
They
that's
do.
awesome.
he's sleeping though, so I'm not gonna wake him up. He's
No.
like pooping and sleeping. I mean, I'm not that talented, but it's pretty impressive.
Right.
He's like,
That's
you can
awesome.
see. He's like totally asleep.
No.
The dude's knocked out. Yeah, Rachel. I was like, Rachel, do you want to stream tonight? She's like, can I have a chair with armrests and can I breastfeed? If the answer to those things is yes, then I'm in until I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh man, I know Fiore. We don't hold back. Okay, so lots of people are gathered here. Plus, we got to be on Pop Shop at 7:30 in like 17 minutes. So the reason everyone is gathered at the dog is Rachel is going to. Brandon, what is up? Rachel's going to be handing over the social media microphone after all these years because. Rachel, what happened? Do you want to tell the story? I mean, how much do you remember from last Wednesday?
I mean, how far back are we going? I mean, I've been working on this 6 kids thing for a while. So
You're a dork.
once upon a time, a boy met a girl, and then they had babies. Here we are.
Here we are with 6 of them.
One thing led to another.
Yeah. Well, four of my kids are older. So, we've been rolling right along with Colorworld, with the kids being older. And then, Brad and I were like, these guys are cool. Let's have some more. So then we had one more, and that was manageable. And then we just had a second one that's, when I say second one, I actually mean 6th one. It's the 6th child. And that's a bit much. And my kids are really needy. And, they've been putting up with their parents coming and doing stuff like this and forcing them into an RV to cross the country and go to conventions. And now they want to live like a normal life and, have parents that are around once in a while. So we kind of decided to let me out of the gig for the most part. I mean, I'll be around, obviously, across the street. But now that we've got Autumn and Amie to kind of pick up some of the jobs that I did, I'm able to go hang out with my kids more, which is great. So
Yeah, and then do you I don't know what you remember of last Wednesday.
Dude, yes, I pushed a baby out like 3.5 hours. This is the shortest labor. I thought I was gonna die. It was insanity.
That's short.
It is. Like, I used to think that I wished for short labors, and then I had a short labor, and then I was like, what the?
It's rough.
It's not as, I imagine, like, on Star Trek, like, but it doesn't happen like that. It's more like someone's pounding at the door.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it's like. My second one came in 4 hours exactly, to the minute.
I
was totally
I thought I was
different.
going to pass out before the baby came. Like, it was just, I've never felt like I couldn't get through labor before. That one, I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to make it through this. Like, I'm going to just pass out on the table because I'm exhausted.
I was remembering back to when we, for years we just said, I'm just not going to work out. This is any conversation in which you discuss working out with me is just going to end. So I have not been in the role of motivator in a really, really, really long time. And I was like, is she going to yell at me if I tell her she can do it? I was like, I think this moment calls for me to be like, yeah, you can do it. This is awesome. You're kicking ass. You can. But I was like, if I do that, will she slap me? Like, what's gonna happen if I tell her? But like, she literally like looked me in the eye and she's like, I'm gonna pass out. I was like, I think I just have to risk it. So I just prayed to take as much of your back pain into my back as possible, and I screamed with every push. And
He did. He was so loud. He was like so loud. I was like, what are they thinking in the next room?
I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, I actually cried, and I'm not like a, oh my gosh, this is so hard, I'm gonna cry now kind of person, especially like physical stuff. But I was like not sure if I would had the strength, and I just like was crying. I was like just tears coming out of my eyes. Like I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. So it was actually good for him to like tell me that I could do it, and I've never really needed that, I guess, as much as I did. It was really hard. It's crazy how every labor is different. You know, every single one of my kids was around 8 hours, and then this one was 3.5. It's like, what do you do?
So yeah, that and I will never forget. There's video on Laurel's phone because she just enjoyed the moment so much. But we got back from Anime Midwest, and we were given the thumbs up to go pick up this Mad Max van.
I want somebody to, like, when you switch over to your phone, you need to, oh no, it's at the shop, isn't it? It's so hilarious.
Okay, so you definitely want me to stream the Mad Max?
It is, yeah, it is so, I mean, just telling people about it is hilarious.
Laurel and I wanted to take a photo shoot with it.
Did you really?
Yeah, well, when you were describing it to us, Laurel and I had like this, she was downstairs making cookies. I was like, we should take a photo shoot with it. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like a dystopia, like photo shoot.
It's definitely dystopian. And the best moment was when Paul looked at me and he said, "Is it worse than you thought?" I said, "Absolutely. It's absolutely worse than I thought it was."
So bad.
I just didn't believe him. But he had to tell me how to open and close each door.
Well, there's things that I'm just like, I mean, I get that it was in a collision, but why?
I don't understand why they didn't repair it. Like, even if it's like the deductible couldn't have been more than the damage.
I don't think it was in a collision because of the head. So both headlights are gone.
Yeah.
The rest seems relatively intact, but that looks like a crazy ex-girlfriend beat the headlights in with a golf club. They're gone completely. It's like an empty skeleton. And then they took a headlight from another vehicle and strapped it to the front of this van.
Yeah, let's not. Strapping sounds too official. It's a zip tie.
He's like behind me because we were driving at night. We were just trying to get it to the hotel.
Yep.
And he's like behind me, and the headlight's like pointing down the road.
So this is Tuesday night. We pick up the van. Yeah. Wednesday, I say goodbye to Rachel. I'm going to go pick up some inventory. I'm in Des Moines. It's a real city. I'm going to go get some inventory. We have all these shows coming up. And she's like, don't diddle daddle. I was like, I won't, but I feel like the turbo hose fell off, so I'm going to go as fast as the van will let me go. And I literally
leaking brake fluid.
Yep, leaking brake fluid.
Oh my gosh.
No turbo hose. Oh, Amy, there's a piece of grid wall for the front grill. The front grill is a piece of grid wall that they sawed off to be the same. It's like I could not have imagined what.
This sounds like bad fan fiction.
Oh, it's good fan fiction. It's good. So I drive this Mad Max down, and Rachel's like, "Don't take too long." I'm like, my foot is on the floor. I promise you. There's only one gas stop between here and where we live in Iowa. No stops. I get another call 19 miles out. I was like, Laurel, get this. Laurel, get this. Bea, get this. Eob, get this. And meet me at the repair shop. I'm going to jump out of the van, show you where the inventory is, tell you how to lock it, and then I jumped into the Honda Pilot as Laurel pulled up, jumped in because there's just stuff everywhere because they weren't planning on me. So I'm just like sitting, and then Rachel has her head out the window, and Laurel's like, "Look, it's like when a dog drives in a car," and she's like videoing Rachel.
Yeah,
Rachel's like,
I know.
So hold on. You did not tell me how to lock that van. I had to figure it out.
"Oh, I came back later with the key," and I was like, "Yeah, they didn't get it. I locked it."
Well, yeah, the one door. I figured out all the other ones, but I was like, how do you close this door? Brad didn't tell me. I'm just gonna then drop the key in the chute, and I was like, all right, okay, let's hope they don't steal this van.
I had like 60, maybe 2 minutes, before Laurel pulled up.
Oh yeah,
in the Honda Pilot, and I had to jump in to not miss the birth of my kid.
Right. So he takes off. My brother and I load the inventory into transit and bring it back here. We get it into the shop, and I get a call from Brad. I need you to bring the coconut oil and the cookies.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookies and coconut oil. We have priorities.
Like, yep, got you. And I grabbed those and I hopped in my car because first off, my mama taught me never to tell a pregnant woman like no. And there's no way I'm going to tell a pregnant lady in labor no.
Well,
we did it.
See, the problem was that I knew that I was going to want drugs afterwards. And I was like, I need food. And I'm going to need to have food here.
The only food I could think of was the chocolate chip cookies on the counter.
Like, I don't
Get the
do drugs
cookies
during labor, but after labor, I'm like, give me those drugs.
Oh, she was like, fine Tylenol with codeine.
Because they were taking forever at the hospital. They had to like clear it and had to go through the pharmacy. I'm like, meanwhile, just dying from like, postpartum cramps.
Yeah.
Oh, worst.
And I'm like, where is my Tylenol with codeine? Hello. Like, if I asked for an epidural, would it take this long?
Would it take? Yeah. You should have been like, an epidural wouldn't have taken this long. That would have been hilarious. And this is why.
Yeah,
Oh,
so the chocolate chip cookies were me thinking ahead that I knew I was going to need to eat some. Of course, it didn't matter because by the time I got the whatever, I was so like in pain that I just threw it all up anyway. So
Yes.
yeah,
almost immediately.
Bad. That's why I had Brad at home trying to find the stash that I have.
Yeah. And she had separated the hard drugs from the common drugs. I later found them 2 days later. I was like, oh, this is where she put them. I was like, all I can find is the oxycodone. That seems like a bit more than you're looking for.
No, well, when that was for when Ev got his tonsils out, and I told her, I was like, just bring it. I'll take that.
Yeah, and then I was like, Laurel, is this sound medical advice? And she was like, no, she's nursing. We're not going to give that mother just tell her you'll bring it. Don't bring it. I did not. I was like, here's a pocket full of ibuprofen. I snuck it in case they checked me. And I cooked a steak. And I brought a handful of ibuprofen. Yeah, that was my.
A pocket full of ibuprofen.
I have a pocket full of ibuprofen. Is this enough? It's a pocket. Okay. So the reason that we came tonight is, and thank you everybody for, I not to ignore you. We're just having way too much fun with this story. But Rachel is going to be relinquishing her voice from social media, not from the book series. Rachel, how are you? I feel like you're super on track.
The book is done. I have to format it and then get it to the copy editor to install.
And then
I did finish.
So is it? But it has not been sent to copy.
No, it needs to be. Well, I guess it doesn't need to be. I actually could just send it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I just gave birth and everything, so I forgot.
Fair.
Well, I know. Like all my emails have been like, I'm sorry. Rachel gave birth. That it did things to my schedule. So I'll get back to you. So I'm sure people are like, where are my autographs? And celebrities are like, aren't there digital items with this? I'm like, yes, all that's true, but baby, okay.
All of the celebrities have gotten their digital items.
Yes, thank you, Autumn.
I try to stay on track of that.
You
do
amazing.
a great job.
So we have gathered everyone here together because, I love your original gangsta. I just saw that. That's amazing. Rachel is going to kind of step back from her voice in social media. You'll definitely be able to get Rachel's books each and every year. I'm going to start pinging all of the actors for the audiobook because Shadow World did not come out last year, but it definitely is overdue. And I definitely want to be in a studio with David Wald for as many hours as it takes to do Shadow World. But Amie has been doing an amazing job with Instagram, and I'm sure you've probably already felt a little bit of the shift in voice for those of you who follow us on Instagram. But Amie is going to be given the keys to Twitter, and I'll definitely be around. I will definitely jump in there. I haven't quite figured out if we're going to disclose who exactly is behind each social media. I feel like part of the beauty of Colorworld is that it takes a village. I don't know. What do you think, ladies? In terms of
Seems complicated.
to like tell people who it is, or what do you mean?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it seems complicated. It could not be. I could be completely wrong. Or if they're looking for a specific person. Like sometimes I open stuff up and there's like Autumn, and I'm like, okay, that's for Autumn.
That goes on.
Like that specifically says Autumn.
Definitely for her. I'm not even going to try that one.
I feel like people who have known us for a while will be able to tell
Who it is?
Like,
who it is.
it's
I
hard
still
to
kinda-
match exactly.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, what I really want to do is have each person use their voice, and that I really very much want Colorworld to feel like everybody belongs. You know, I want to talk about sports. Nobody else at Colorworld cares about sports, but
Sorry.
I care about football.
what?
I like the
It's the only
Nats.
sport I care about.
the Washington Nationals.
That's all I care about.
All right. Well, maybe there'll be some. What's your football team, Autumn? Are you talking about the Georgia Bulldogs? I hope not.
That's my college team.
Yeah, sadly.
Wow.
Who's your pro team? Are you a Falcons girl?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's okay. I could take it's the Bulldogs that I
Yeah.
the whole
Well, you know.
SEC.
We'll just agree to disagree.
Okay. If any Georgia Bulldog specific should come from your personal account, you can get into arguments with yourself. Like you could go to your personal and then like respond as me, which I would insult anything from the SEC except for maybe Auburn.
I would love to see that.
Well, maybe you should just have little emojis that stand for you, and then you just kind of put an emoji. Like Autumn could put like a leaf, and then
Oh,
maybe you could
that's
do
just
something very
genius.
kawaii. I don't know.
The two hearts. It's my favorite
Or-
emoji.
No,
Okay.
I just think bento box.
I love bento box. I could do bento box. I do love my bentos.
Oh, that's awesome, man! This is why Rachel's the CEO.
Right. This is why Rachel is in charge of
She is. Oh,
the idea woman.
okay, I need to go live on Pop Shop. Oh my gosh.
I got so excited because you said our own emojis, and I thought penguin.
Okay, so Autumn's will be a penguin. Okay, and then Amie, you'll spend some time. I will figure out what my what that is. Oh my gosh.
I do like the bento.
Oh, you like the idea of the bento box?
Yeah, because I use hearts elsewhere, like within
Okay.
stuff, but I don't usually use a bento.
Yeah.
So that could be a good signature.
And it is a good emoji. I really actually like that emoji a
I
lot.
want to look at it now.
The bento emoji.
Oh, type in food. It's a very cool emoji. Why does this? Oh, because I have to tighten this down. Okay.
Oh, that's a cool emoji.
Right? It's a cool emoji. Yeah, I'm into it.
It is. That is like a full bento box. It has
Yeah. It's a good one.
like when you go to Sarku, Japan at the mall, and you buy the bento box and it has the little salad and the couple pieces of sushi and the rice. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Rachel, you're an original gangster. That's what it is.
It's true.
Add product. Oh.
Well, now that we
gosh.
figured that problem out,
Yeah. Let's tackle
Oh.
the next one. I'm ready.
Yeah, and I figured out how to add sizes on Pop Shop Bottom.
Ooh.
I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, side tangent. Those pages look good. Am I allowed to take them live?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to be the one to make the announcement?
Yes, I'm so excited about this. Coming September, we are doing Through the Moon. So far we have Jason Simpson and Jesse and Ocala to do a Through the Moon panel. We said,
And what is Through the Moon?
Through the Moon is the graphic novel that continues on from the latest season of Dragon Prince. Yes. So it'll kind of be like a dual, like Dragon Prince Part 2 dash Through the Moon, because we do have some people that are not in the novel. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, do I still have that? I think I do. I want to be careful not to put something like I'm just like randomly clicking and to be like, ooh, I'm out of that. It is spectacular. The graphic novel, if you haven't read it, it's very funny. And a huge fan of the series reached out and asked us to do this, and kindly enough purchased copies of Into the Moon for each member of the cast that was going to participate. So it was actually just pretty spectacular.
Well, I remember when it first happened, Brad was like, okay, here's your project. Here you go. You're in charge of this one. Because the fan reached out and was like, I loved the discussion about the book. I feel like we should do a book club like thing. I want to send them snacks. So we were talking about it, kind of spitballing ideas. And then it just kept snowballing and got getting bigger and bigger. And at one point I walked into Brad's office and I was like, I need your help. So then Brad got brought in, and it really is exciting to see what's coming, and that's going to be September 25th. Their pages are live on Tixer. I'm going to build their Wix pages.
Love it.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll write up the posts.
Yes. All the things. Okay. Some of these items I'm just going to like blow through this so that we can go live, and then I'll add stuff. Okay.
125 people watched your preview for today's show on Pop Shop, Brad.
Oh,
Wow.
That is, I'm sure they're like, and why is this guy not live like right now?
They're like, how dare he fit to us?
I know. Oh, there's so much to do. So much about Colorworld. Okay, fantastic. Amie, I know you have, I'm sure this is bedtime for you.
Yeah.
Christina, welcome in. So thank you, Amie, for joining us. Thank you for all that you do behind the scenes. And now everyone will know that the bento box emoji means you're in front of the screen. Yay!
Yay!
So thank you so much. We appreciate you. We'll definitely be seeing you. Rob, welcome in. Michael T, welcome in. I'm doing double duty now on Pop Shop and on. Where's my headset? I have to go find where my other headset. I have two headsets. Yeah. So Amie, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your evening, and
I will. I'm gonna go put the kids to bed and wish that it was Wednesday so I could watch Loki.
Oh, coming soon. Coming soon.
One more day. All right. I will see you guys around and behind the screen.
Old BZ, welcome in. Rob, welcome in. Amie, goodbye. All right, and then Autumn, I'm going to let you and Rachel. I have to step away, so I'll let you two. And then whenever you're ready, we'll all see everybody on Pop Shop Live.
Sounds great.
Bye. Oh, Rob, thank you. I saw the review.
All right, just gonna remove him out of here.
There you go.
Let the gals take over. So, but yeah, I'm glad to see you today, Rachel.
Yeah, you too. I haven't been over here very much in the last week, so
no,
or really in the last few weeks.
Yeah, so
you know. So
well, your presence definitely has been missed in the office.
No, I appreciate it. I do miss it. Like, I'm not a big show watcher. Like, I don't watch many things. So this has been like, I've been watching, all I do is like nurse baby, hold baby while watching shows. And I'm like, oh, I'm like actually tired of watching TV. used to think like, oh, it'd be so nice to be bored. I'm like really bored. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
But it'll be good. It'll be good time for you to recharge your batteries and then
yeah. It has been nice to just like not do anything. I feel like it took a while. It takes to like get rid of that like guilty feeling. Like I should be doing this. There's this other thing that needs to be done, and then like something will come to my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, does Autumn know that? Blah 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 blah. For autographs or whatever. So
right. Well, okay.
Rachel
So
will be
with that
joining
being
us soon.
said,
As soon as Autumn and Rachel wrap up on
autograph
their
packets got sent to
screens,
actors today.
they're gonna be
So if
joining
you are
us.
waiting for your snafu
Dan,
Cowboy Bebop
welcome in.
or Kuroko's basketball from Koi, those got sent out yesterday and today, and Koi's will go out tomorrow. So if you're waiting for those, y'all, it's just going to be a few more weeks.
yeah. So yeah, and both of those events were kind of in the transition period. Everybody, so like, just I guess I'm just asking for patience because it was kind of like two things were happening. One is that I was like no longer working as much, maybe like once a week or so. So Autumn was having to like incorporate that into her usual duties. And then the second thing that was happening is that we added the new website. So then we had two websites that we have to compile these autographs from. And learning that has been not easy. So we've had both of those things happening that have really put those autographs behind. So really appreciate everybody being understanding about that for us getting those out. We always get you your stuff. You know we do. So don't worry.
So as we, I appreciate everyone's patience with as we transition. So thank you.
Fiore has asked this question twice. So I have to answer real quick. Fiore, I don't know. That is the easiest answer. When I had Tishrei, I did do convention. I did like 2 or 3 conventions when he was little, and that was fine. But now I have him as a toddler, a very destructive toddler, and a newborn baby. And I just, unless I have like on staff babysitting, I'm not really sure how that's going to happen. But I do think that one of the conventions we want to do together is Anime Matsuri. Not Anime Matsuri, Holiday Matsuri in Orlando, Florida, because that's when we always do as a family together, usually. So as long as like the stars align and like there aren't other conventions happening, I'll probably go to that one, but just kind of like to hang out, not really work there. So.
Rachel will be there being Rachel.
Yeah. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe Colorworld will just explode and I can hire an on-staff nanny who I can just like, here, hold this. Let me go jump in real quick and do this convention. So we'll see. We'll see. You never know.
So, all right. Well, I think we're going to head over to Pop Shop now, folks, if everyone wants to join us over there. But thank you all so much for coming to the announcement. Bye.